ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನ ಸಪ್ತಾಹ ಅಂತ ಏನು ನಾವು ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 2ನೇ ದಿನಾಂಕದಿಂದ 8ನೇ ತಾರೀಕುವರೆಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಒಂದು ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಆಚರಣೆಯ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ ಇದು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಭಾಷಿಣಿ AI ಟೂಲ್ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ತನ್ನ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ವರ್ಗದವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವರ್ಗದವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷಿಣಿ AI ಟೂಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವರಾಗಿ ಈ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ AI ಟೂಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಮಹತ್ವಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಪೀಠಿಕೆ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಂತರ ಇದು ಒಂದು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ವಿಷಯ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಐಕಾಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಪ್ರಸಾರವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮುಂದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಚಯಾತ್ಮಕವಾದ ನುಡಿಗಳು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಈ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸಿದ ಒಂದು AI ಟೂಲ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು ಭಾಷಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಭಾರತದ ವಿವಿಧ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಅಂತರವನ್ನ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪಂಜಾಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ತರಬೇತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ಭಾರತದ ವಿವಿಧ ಭಾಷೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಈ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಅಂತರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಾಧನ, ಅದು ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 20ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಭಾರತೀಯ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ ಬೆಂಬಲ ಇದೆ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ಯು ಕುಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಎನಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಟು ಎನಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಬಹುಭಾಷೆಯ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಬರೀ ಭಾಷೆಯಿಂದ ಭಾಷೆ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಬರಹದಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷಾಂತರ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌದು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೊದಲು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಈ ಮಾತಿನಿಂದ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಮಾತಿನಿಂದ ಪಠ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಟು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗೂ ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ ಪಠ್ಯದಿಂದ ಮಾತಿಗೆ, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಚ್, ಈ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅನುವಾದ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಲಭ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಕಾಯ್ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಭಾಷಾಂತರ ಸರಿ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅವಕಾಶವಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ತಕ್ಷಣವೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ತಕ್ಷಣದ ಭಾಷಾಂತರ ಇದು ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಗರಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ತಾಲೂಕುಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಹಾಗೂ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನ ಅರಿಯದೇ ಇರುವ ನಾಗರಿಕರು, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ಸೇವೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ತಲುಪಬಹುದು ಹಾಗೂ ಅರ್ಥೈಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸೇವೆಗಳು, ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಇಲಾಖೆಗಳು ವಿವಿಧ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಜನ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ರೀತಿಯ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಲುಪಿಸುವ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನು ನಾವು ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಇ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂದು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನ ಇ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ವೇದಿಕೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಆಪ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಏನು ಲಭ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆಪ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏಕೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಭಾಷೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನಸೇವಕರಿಗೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಭಾಷೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ತಲುಪಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೇವೆಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಬೆಳೀತದೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಕೊಡಗು ಎಂಥ ಆಡಳಿತ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜನ ಕೇಂದ್ರಿತ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಜನಸ್ನೇಹಿ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಜನರ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸವನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲುವಂತ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಅಥವಾ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತ ಆಡಳಿತ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಮಯಬದ್ಧವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಡಳಿತ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕತೆ ಆಡಳಿತ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಡಳಿತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣಲು, ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯ ತತ್ವಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಲು ಮತ್ತು ಜನಸ್ನೇಹಿ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಉತ್ತೇಜಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡು ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಲಭ್ಯ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಕಸಿತ್ ಭಾರತ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಏನು ಒಂದು ದೂರದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇದೆ, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತೆ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಒಳಗೊಂಡ ಆಡಳಿತಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಬೆಂಬಲ ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನು ಇದು ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು AI ಟೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೃತ್ರಿಮ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಣತನ, ಆ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚಿಸೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ವರ್ಗದವರಿಗೆ, ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವರ್ಗದವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಈ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಏನು AI ಟೂಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಸ್ತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಭಾರತೀಯ ಪರಂಪರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅನೇಕ ಬಾರಿ ಕೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನೇಕತಾ ಮೇ ಏಕತಾ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕಿ ವಿಶೇಷತಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ತತ್ವ ಅಥವಾ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ನನಗನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಷಾ ಅನೇಕ್ ಲೇಕಿನ್ ಭಾರತ್ ಏಕ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಜೋಡಣೆಯನ್ನ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರಂಪರೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಜೋಡಿಸುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಏಕೈಕ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥೈಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು? ಒಂದು ತಂತ್ರಾಂಶಗಳ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ AI ಪವರ್ಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ and digital divides. ಅರ್ಥ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೋರ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಒಂದು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಯ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಭಿನ್ನತೆ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಏನು ನಾವು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವೇದಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಯಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಆ ಅಂತರವನ್ನ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಪ್ಪ ಏನು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಟು ದ ರಿಮೋಟೆಸ್ಟ್ citizen of my nation, of India. That's very, very important. So, this is an interface for India, and we have almost 20 plus languages, Indian languages, taken care of on this particular platform. And this platform is very, very important because it takes care, especially at work. It will definitely take care of transforming various datas into intelligent languages, and these languages will be given a solution. So make digital content. ತಮ್ಮತ್ರ ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟನ್ನ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಬರೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಗೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಭಾಷೆಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ API ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ API ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಭಾಷಿಣಿ AI ಟೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಸ್ನೇಹಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್. It is user friendly that once you log in, we will let you know how should you log in. Once you log in, it is just you got to select the source. That is a language which you are using right now, and definitely the target language that you really want the entire content to get translated to. And then you find your entire speech or your entire text or your entire document gets translated at side by side. Both can be seen, and you will find beautifully getting translated. Adre, one condition, please note it, that your document should not exceed 1,000 words. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, moving to the next slide, you can see Bhashini has various detailed inputs towards it, and these are very clearly visible on my PPT that I have shared. And the first one is Anuvad. So very clear, Anuvad means Bhashantara, translation. So this is an innovative technology that seamlessly converts text from one language to another language. So that is Bhashini, which is Anuvad. Then we have one more platform, and this is Chitranuvad, which is a beautiful AI-based open source platform wherein you can perform the videos can be taken up as input, and the videos can be translated from various Indian languages. Then we have one more platform that is called as Lekhanuvada, and this is nothing but it is Lekhan Anuvada, that is the documents are translated here and they are digitalized across various Indian languages, and it also ensures that the translation is clear and accurate as far as the languages are concerned, as far as communication is concerned. Then you could also see Bhashini is available on your mobile app, and this empowers you, and you could speak, you could understand, and you could translate in your preferred Indian languages anytime, anywhere, as it is mobile, and this app is available to you. Well, we also have Bhashini translation plugin, wherein effortlessly it translates the web page contents. Sometimes if you do not have sources, you could straight away give the command that this particular topic, the source could be the web page, or you could even specifically say what web page, which kind of content, and it in turn translates the web page content languages with our powerful plugin. So multi-language translations is available here. At the same time, Bhashini WTMC, that is, this is a platform where advanced AI-powered website translation plugins are used, which can take care of translating content between any of the languages. But English is a must, and English to any of the 22 Indian languages. So it's a beautiful translation platform. At the same time, we have Abhilekh, and in Abhilekh, we clearly can find out, if you browse through, you will understand that this platform, which is again an AI tool, takes care of transcribing speech into text instantly. And Bhashini's voice to text application, this enables it into real time transcriptions across various Indian languages, and also in time quickly allowing the accessibility and documentation too in the same platform. So you can do multifaceted, need oriented translations with documentation too. And we have Vani Anuvada. As we all know, Vani is the voice, right? And this voice, there's a beautiful content here that the voice can be from Bagalkote. The voice that is being recorded could be from Karwar or could be from any part of Karnataka. There is the same state. We have a number of, languages. And here, it's a beautiful AI tool that translates real-time speech to speech translations, which would be beautifully into the exact literary language and then translated to various Indian languages. And definitely, this facilitates seamless communication across the states, across the regions, and across the languages different from each part of India. Well, but this introductory part, now let us try to understand technically what is involved in this particular digital ecosystem stack. We call stack because it is having various layers. So to start with, the first layer of it has the data foundation, which means it is the source, which in turn is sourced out of the crowd, which is available on online digital platforms. So crowd outsourced citizen data is being made use here, and this is collected from again a Bhashini platform that is called as Bhashini Dan, which I'll tell you in detail later. Layer 2, here we are going to discuss on the artificial intelligence engine that drives this entire process. And here we have 300 plus pre-trained AI models which are developed by the top research and development institutes, and they are all the experimental kind of modules, and you could use them at the research Vedike or Prayog Vedike. Layer 3, this is about sovereign infrastructure. That is nothing but the entire cloud hosting and computing processes taken up by this. And layer 4 is the API and developer access. These details have been given to the people who are eager, passionate to know technically how this works. And that is how we are here to tell you how it is designed. So layer 4 is nothing but it uses the gateways. It also takes information from open APIs, and it also takes care of integration pipelines, which are link devices. The information is collected from that also. And layer 5 ultimately is the application and impact, wherein the UPI voice payments make use of this kind of this. Then judiciary, what we are today thinking about e-courts, they make use of this platform, and they also are the ones which in turn are useful in real time governance issues. And that is how the entire digital ecosystem is stacked in 5 layers. Well, Bhashini is said to be a multilingual AI flywheel, flywheel because it in turn is getting connected again and again to the point of requirement, but it also circulates the information through its language expertise to various states, and each and every person at the point of contact, could again and again be in the loop so that we can understand how this multilingual AI platform works, that is Bhashini. So, the major components of this particular multilingual AI are: one is citizen usage. A common man can use it. So, as we said, the people speak different languages. So, they are multilingual and they will use those preferred apps, generating vast amount of news, real world conversational data are collected from citizen usage platforms. Then we have citizen contributions to this, wherein it is properly designed, and we can, especially here comes the what do you call it as Bhasha Dan, Bhashini Bhasha Dan platform, wherein citizens, they can donate their voice. What is the meaning of donate their voice? Already there are so many learning modules available on this particular platform. Now, whatever you find is concrete, useful for your department, but say it is only in English or it is in Tamil, or you want to give Kannada voice to it. So at that time, you could donate your voice, translate that particular AI learning module to whichever language you want by recording your voice contribution to that. Or you could also translate in the form of writings, that is in the form of text. And then whenever you translate it, you can use Bhashini platform because you will get a validated data. And this validated data will be totally contributed by Bhasha Dan, available on Bhashini platform. Well, we could also deploy this in government platform, public platform, and also many of the startups, they are integrating the open APIs to build their inclusive apps, and all this goes as a contribution to multilingual AI flywheel. So the contributions come from various modes, and the model training, especially the research and development institutes, they collect all these kind of inputs, they collect the data, they do the action research, they come up with what do you call data analytics, and then they could come up with a few innovations, and they are submitted at Prayog portals, that is Prayog is research portals, and they use a massive database, they come up with conclusions, and then they train, and ultimately with all the interactive collaborations, they refine AI models. So this is what is the multilingual AI field. Now, as I told you, Bhasha Dan means to arm, to give, to donate, and one could donate to this particular AI platform through various actions, and especially whatever is the data available with you from your department, or whatever is the data which in turn you want to validate it. Okay, so both of them can be taken care of by this particular, and this can be done through, the first one is Bolo India, and very clear, Bolo India clearly states donate voice by recording sentences in your mother tongue. Okay, and that can be taken care of. Then Suno India, you can type out audio content by recording in the recorder, and or whatever is the existing transcriptions, you could slightly find out the errors and validate them and put them across, so that you are again doing the dana at Suno India. Then Likho India, it is a translate provided text from one language to another. And the last one is Dekho India. This is very, very important. People can see the images, or people can see the figures, or they can see the label, and keep on validating the visual data that comes to you. So these are all the points of validation with the existing platform. And let me just bring to your notice that you may be doing it at a very small amount or content or volume, very small. But each and every voice, each and every audio, each and every write up, each and every translation matters so much. And the voice matters, anonymized data collection preserves linguistic heritage while training population through a huge scale AI. So this is what is to be taken care of. Now, as I told you, the API capability diagnostics, if you see, though not all are, as I told you, there are 300 plus pre-trained AI modules accessible via open APIs. Okay, and I have listed the one which have audio input so that you could make use of. If you want to give the audio inputs, then you could go to these particular tools. And one is ASR, that is automatic speech recognition. One is VC, voice cloning. There's one more, KWS, that is keyword spotting. Then language diarization, speaker diarization, speaker verification, VAD, that is voice activity detection. There is audio gender classification, AGC. And we also have denoiser that can take care of, blocking all the noises that in turn have been created through audio inputs. So you can make use of these and create a beautiful audio content. Definitely with the use of Bhashini as far as language is concerned. For everything, language is very, very important. Okay. So audio means it is a language in which. So this is about the speech. Now we have text inputs. You want to give the input as a text. So we have NMT, that is called as neural machine translation. You can make use of that. We have TTS, that is text to speech translations. Then we have transliterations, we have text normalizations, we have inverse text normalization. I mean, if you normalized a text and you find there is something wrong, you could again reverse the phenomenon of going back to the text form. Then we have NER, that is called as name entity recognition. Maybe you have a text and you don't know who has written it, or this text belongs to whom, what. You want to know totally so that, tomorrow you wouldn't have any problem. So at that time, you also could find out actually who has written this. So the name entity recognition is there. At the same time, we have profanity filter, whatever filter mechanism you want, what you do not want, those kind of this. And ultimately, grammatics is being taken care of, especially the punctuation marks, which proves to be very, very important whenever you are dealing with this online digital platforms. Academic writing is very, very important, and this will be taken care of, this particular this. Well, the third part is image inputs. That is totally, you have pics, you have images, you have some, representations in a very pictorial form, graphical form. Then you can use OCR, which is called as optical character recognition, one, or ILD, that is image language detection. So from the images, they would detect what is to be conveyed in the form of interpretation, and that then converted to language. Well, video inputs, a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful recording kind of, the mic is available and you record. And many times it so happens that when we are trying to talk in front of the mic, the sound goes first and your lip sync comes later. And at times, we could even find this in films and all, So there is to be a lip synchronization. And this video inputs, you have this beautiful AI tool that you can make use of it. Well, next, moving to the journey, how did this develop? That is the developer journey. You will see API integration, how this integration happens. So, if you want to say this, first thing is, whatever we want to do on this, whatever may be the text, whatever may be you need a content. And for this content, either you may have your own or you could have a sourced search which is available, and all the search is available in the pipeline. Various kind of apps are interlinked, and all these pipelines together will give an output. and we could do it. So for example, if we have the integrators are available, with all the queries. So for example, there'll be a set of questions, and keep on answering those questions, you'll be able to come up with the content. Okay. So, or domain based pipelines are there. So take a particular title or a domain, and there you have. So specific domains are available. Like if you want to create a content, something from medical, then you can go towards medical kind of domain, you can find out. Or you want to have something from agriculture, the pipelines have various informations available, and as per the requirement and the capabilities, you could understand, because capabilities is very, very important. Person from arts background wouldn't be able to understand much of medical terminologies. Okay. So that is how, depending on the capabilities, we could use these various pipelines, and it could come up. At the same time, once you find out a proper content, now step 2, this pipeline will configure, and it's very important for us. It is obligatory, it is mandatory. The first one is optional, whether you want to search from online or you want to give your own content. But the second pipeline configuration, it is very, very important, wherein the integrator sends the selected pipeline ID to Bhashini. That whatever you have sent, no, it gets into Bhashini, specifying the exact sequence of tasks required. That is why we are very particular when it comes to language translation. Technical translation needs a beautiful content of pipeline of Bhashini. And that is how the domain of the subject is very, very important. So it in turn will specify the exact sequence of tasks required. And then it goes to the third one, that is the computing pipeline, which finally computes everything. Again, this is a mandatory thing. You got to see through this particular pipeline, also the third one, and this will final call out routing the entire input that you had given through the configured models to generate the translated output, and this translated output would be universal in acceptance. So if it's this is in writing, script you gave or text you gave, it's all. But say for example, you want to use a mic and then start saying whatever you want, then the input is audio waves, which in turn are taken up through technological phases, and ultimately it comes out as an audio wave only. But the language that you have given in, and the language that you really want to have the translation to be done. So this is a beautiful journey. Well, we have NVIDIA, who have given the beautiful inputs to all this, is something that we have mentioned here. But we only want you to understand that various community clouds and Shakti clouds have been a part to the main contribution. And remember, one thing is complete jurisdictional control over language, data set, AI models, and citizen interactions. So if it's from Karnataka, it will be retained that this belongs to Karnataka. So this is what it takes care of. And we have multilingual ecosystem quadrants in Bhashini. And these quadrants, as we said, could be divided into 4 important contents. And one is urban. And urban is totally, as we, the government officers, we need to interact with the common man. We need to, go and address them. We need to train them. We need to make them the beneficiaries to our various schemes and all. So at that time, if you want to go to their local languages, Bhashini will beautifully help us out. And urban is one particular quadrant, one of the quadrant, the first quadrant, and it totally takes care of services and products that could be provided through Bhashini AI platform. And here it is totally a delivery layer, and the delivery part is taken care by taking entire core responsibilities, translating the applications through Anuvad, Abhilekh, and Lekha Anuvad, and then it is posted on the service leaderboard. That's very, very important. Then Sahyogi, this is a collaboration and coordination kind of platform, where co-creation programs, especially bridging startups, their udbhavs, industries, that is Udyami, and central and state government services. All that in turn is taken care through partnership programs. And it is a collaboration between state to central, or central, or private and public. So these kind of collaborations are there. Then we have pravakta. So whatever is happening, it has to be outreached. It has to be made aware of. And in our state, we usually talk about IEC, that is information, education, and communication. So this is a beautiful third quadrant, which in turn takes care of pravakta, that is outreach and awareness. And it is totally an engagement kind of quadrant of multilingual ecosystem, and it in turn takes care by driving into various platforms of bhashini only. Could be bhashini utsav, could be bhashini nayakatva, leadership insights, or it could also be the national level awareness programs that could be conducted through this. And ultimately, innovation, research and development definitely is incubation part of bhashini. And there is prayog, and almost main domains of life have been covered here. It could be the engineering layer basically, and it totally houses the data base, and it develops various models, AI models, and it takes care of verifications, because with no due verifications, usage of this or continuous inputs and feedbacks are very, very important. So we need the reference apps. We need the collaborative labs for researchers and engineers. So this is totally for research and development. So these are the four quadrants that are there. Well, the core product suite, what we really day to day we can use is Anuvad, very clear, seamlessly conversion of text across 22 plus. At the beginning slide, I was saying 20 plus Indian languages, so two more have been recently included, and all the Bharatiya languages, they are, plugged in, and instantly you could get them translated to multilingual languages, and also the documents could be published at various websites. Then Abhyeek, clearly we said it is a voice translation text application. It enables the real-time voice, not only translated to various languages, but also see that the translated piece of information or literature or document is available, that is accessible, and it is permanently documented. It doesn't get lost, something of that. So Lekhanumada, this is beautiful, the documentation process, wherein once you translate and digitalize, you maintain the format while ensuring accurate communication. So when it comes to accurate communication, it is an ongoing process. Again, somebody may find one or two words not that apt, so it gets re-edited, it gets again read. So it's an ongoing accurate communication goes on. But it's very important that to begin with, whatever we get the document as, it is highly reliable. So that is very, very important through Lekhanuvada. And we have Chitra Anuvada and Vani Anuvada, wherein the pictures, images, and the voice translation happens. And once again, these are the platforms for video translations and real-time speech to speech communication. That's very, very important. Well, once we say this particular real-time governance and population scale, Bhashini has taken care of the governance which reaches accurately across the states, throughout the dimensions of populations. different languages. So we have beautiful examples how we could do it. It could be only done through AI tool, you know. So for example, some examples of diplomatic and executive integration. Here Bhashini plays a role. For example, uh, Kashi Tamil Sangamam, you know, this is a beautiful real time translation of Prime Minister Modi ji's address in Hindi. Okay, and live it was translated to Tamil speaking audiences. What a beautiful way of language translation. Well, one more example is Union Budget of 2024. It deployed the translation component of Bhashini, and the entire budget presentation could be observed, watched, and noted and understood by people from different languages. And many of the celebrations, especially here, I have taken up Supreme Court. Real time translation utilized during the Supreme Court had its Diamond Jubilee celebrations, and whatever was spoken by the high authorities could be understood by each and every one present in their own states, because the real time translation happened at one go. So these are few examples of diplomatic and executive integration through Bhashini. Well, we also could use particular AI tool in Mahakumbh 2025 stress test. So as we all know, ki 2025 Mahakumbh Mela was the world's largest religious gathering, and a multilingual assistant could deliver real-time translation and voice assistance to 11 plus Indian languages, whatever was happening at Kumbh Mela. And it was beautifully handled, and extreme user volumes, you know, could be spotted out on cloud infrastructures. And that shows the success story of integrating this Bhashini multi-language AI tool to various purposes. Well, we also have the impact showcase, you know. So beautifully made use of in banking sector. So it was a voice first financial inclusion. So you, with your mobile, you know, whatever is small, handy smartphone you carry, you could just dial a number, and you could get the information, or you could just browse through few icons and then get into the details. And beautifully it shows, it gives you that through your mobile, you know, you could integrate not only the information sought, it could be the bank balance you want to check, it could be the electricity payment that is due for you, or till what you are paid and what else is to be paid, or the gas payments, you know, recharge of your car fast tags, or recharge of your mobile phones, or even the metro cards. People who travel in metro, you know, they no need of going in the station, waiting in the long queue, or scanning at the QR code which is available on the metro stations. You could just download and scan, and you could even settle the challenge if you find that they have not been settled in time. So ultimately, it's a beautiful this which was done, and it was not only in English. Earlier it was, but now it is 22 official Indian languages. It has been translated. Okay, so also the credit facility that you could claim, you know, that also is available in multiple languages, and beautifully it gives us an insight that language can be no long a barrier for our access. That's very, very important, or whatever are the processes involved. Well, we had e-court phase 3 integration with this technology, and it proved to be a beautiful enabler of justice. Earlier, we were thinking that this could be only a substitute for judgments, but it showed that it was an enabler of justice. And here, It is beautifully in e-codes. How beautifully we could come up with 7,210 crores of outlays, you know, which was once again translations of languages, translations of judgments, translations of leading court cases, and which is available now anywhere and everywhere. So this is one particular thing we just wanted to. And justice delivery integration map, it's a beautiful thing. I've just it took care of filing and scrutiny of the cases where human resources, they were into the processes, and it included lawyers, files, petitions, registry staff, manually check all the documents for completeness and errors. So all that was there. But stage two, which involved in hearing of the evidences. So it also had the human processes, judges were there, lawyers were present, oral arguments were happening, and witnesses were to be testified and evidence to be recorded, right? And the third phase was criminal justice, which had to be really sought for, and it needed lots of data. The data had to be interpreted, it had to be exchanged to so many stakeholders like police, forensic department, prisons, courts, for a single case. And not only sharing the data, but the data had to be, beautifully managed, because at no point, it could be damaged, or it could be, mismatched. And at the same time, it needed a follow-up mechanism also, tracking also. And ultimately, judgment was given, and it was, to be accessed. And in the human process, judges were pronouncing the judgments, court staffs prepared the orders, and then the public, had the access to them and all. So with the help of this beautiful AI, we have overcome everything through ML and OCR. We have taken care of automatic speech recognition, ASR, which already I've discussed in my previous, slides. So how it got integrated. So we could make use of, ICJS, that is interoperable criminal justice system, which is being created beautifully for judiciary, right? And the AI node, that is the one which in turn dictated judgments in vernacular translation. That is how any judgment, whether it is from Karnataka or from any other part of state at national level, the judgment proves to be important milestone that in turn could be translated to any language, and we could understand that. So this is how Bhashini, see, it's a beautiful technical figure that shows the trio units together that go for translation, and that is called as linguistic operating system. And it is totally focused on Indian languages, and that is how it works out through digital commerce. That is total marketing part of it. Then identity and governance could be all the public sectors and e-courts. Digital finances, which in turn is totally into the financial networks. And Bhashini does not just translate words, it ensures that language is no longer a barrier to participation in the world's largest digital economy. And a common man has to understand it, because most of us are into financial transactions, and we do think twice about our assets. We do investments in various financial packages, and it's very important for us to understand the digital economy. And this makes a beautiful conversation. It translates the entire technical content to the language, which in turn could be understood by you. Well, it's a beautiful moment that we, the generation, we, the officers, we heading the administration, get a chance to create a difference. And Bhashini, in fact, subject can be anything, topic could be anything, both technical and non-technical. But it translates beautifully the content to whatever language you want. And This beautiful message is from the speech of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, and he says, "The day is not far when an address will be delivered in one language, of course, and the public will listen in their own language in real time, there and then." And this is a beauty of Bhashini, which is being experienced by most of we the officers. And my sincere request would be, please make sure that you log in this particular platform, you understand the technicality of this particular AI tool, and definitely AI tools are there to give us a helping hand to refine whatever we want to give. But what we prompt, what we feed as a source should be the best. So whatever you give it, the same quality would be translated out. So translation needs presence of mind. Translation needs the experiences in those languages. Translation needs the richness of literature. It needs a beautiful and proper grammatic input. Then only translation can happen as per our requirement, as we desire, or else the translations again may be required to be edited, re-edited, not once, not twice, a number of times. So let us try to use this particular AI platform to understand the knowledge which is universal, available worldwide, available at various state platforms, all being seen and available on iGot platform. And as we find the modules are available in different languages, perhaps Bhashini could be one point wherein all beautiful and meaningful content, knowledge of these modules could be first translated to our own language, so that each and every person working in Karnataka will be able to understand that particular subject well. And Bhashini is one platform which integrates entire India by translating it to all the possible available Indian languages. Thank you so much. Now, we just would like you to understand how to log in Bhashini portal, and this will be explained by our faculty from e-governance. Shruti, come here. Most of us, we use mobile app, and you got to download the Bhashini app, and the steps will be made understood by Dr. Shruti.
Good evening, all. I am Shruti. Today here to just make you all aware on how to download this Bhashini mobile application from the Play Store, and then the simple usage of how this Bhashini application. So first of all, I would request all of you to please download the Bhashini app from the Play Store for Android and iOS users. Please, you can go to the Play Store and download the application. And as you can see, there is this Bhashini application. So there's this application with the symbol I, which is a Bhashini application. So once you download the application, you have to open the application, and the application will first ask you to choose the language by which you would like to access the app. For example, you want to access the application using Kannada language, or you want to access the application using English language. So there are various options for the language which you can choose from. So as of now, I have selected English language. That means the whole portal usage would be displayed in English. Can you see this? There is this text translate, and below you can see all the options which are available. So there's this text, there's this voice, converse. So this all these options are being displayed in English language. As I've told you initially, if you select Kannada as the application language, all these options which are provided below would be displayed in Kannada. So whichever language you are comfortable with, please do so. That is what Bhashini is made for. And now, as we can all see, the options which are available here, there are various options in the Bhashini application. The first option which you can see is text. So what does this text option do? Here, this text option will make you or help you to translate the text content from one language text to another language. For example, if I want to translate a text content, so what I can do is, all I have to do is just select this text application, and on top of it you can see there is this source language on your left and the destination language on your right. That means from which language to which language do you want to translate that text content to. So here I have chosen English to Kannada. So you can also use this in between tab to reverse the conversation. Say for example, I want to convert from Kannada to English. So there is this swap option in between where you can swap in between the languages which you want to convert to. And there are two blocks which you can see over here. The block below is an English language place, and the block above is about Kannada, since I have chosen Kannada to English. All you have to do for text conversion is type your required content over here. Say, for example, I'm converting from English to Kannada. Say, I would like to convert, how are you today? Okay, how are you today to Kannada. All you have to do is type your English language content in the above part, and below, as you can see, Indu Neevu Hegiddiri. Can you see? It's a live translation. Directly, as and when you type your English content, direct translation would happen and the content would be displayed in textual form below. This is text translation application. Similar to this text translation application, we also have other types of options which are available here in Bhashini app. So the next type of option is scene, where you can give the content of a scene and the same would be converted or translated below. Just the same kind of applications. Next you have converse in the sense you are going to upload the conversation of any video or audio content, and the application will help you to convert or translate the content of that audio conversation which you have uploaded to the required language. So Bhashini app has been made very simple to make sure that each and every person across the nation would be able to use it with ease of access and ease of usage because of its user interface. Similar to this Converse, we have voice option too, where here, as you can see, this voice option. So once you click on the voice option, again, it's the same here. You have to choose whichever translation it is. All you have to do is select the mode of translation, select the from language and to language, and whenever you choose from and to languages, you have to give the source language content, and automatically the destination or to language content would be displayed below. So this voice conversation option in the Bhashini app will help you to read out the content. So as and when you speak, automatically the content would be translated to the destination language in the speech mode itself. Say for example, if I want to convert English content to Kannada. Yeah. So as you can see, I have selected the source as English and the destination as Kannada. Let me speak to the application once and show you how it translates my voice content to the destination voice content itself. So good evening, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? So can you see, as and when I speak, the content would be translated to text, and if you want to listen to that content, you have this voice symbol over here. You have this symbol, speaker symbol on the corner, which would help you. If you click on that, the speaker would help you to listen to the translated content. So this is how the basic application usage can be done. Pashini, as I told, is a very simple application, very easy to use. Whenever people travel from one place to another place, the major barrier everybody faces is language today. People who know English can definitely manage, but people from every part of India are not so well versed with one single language, which is acceptable everywhere. So Bashini would literally help each and every one of us to access every services from the government in our required own language, and we can, I feel the people will be able to feel heard because people can speak in their own languages, and government, can understand that because the content from the people can also be translated to the government language, so whichever it is required. So with that note, I would say this Bhashini app is one of the greatest framework which has been designed by government. I hope everybody would make the best usage of this application. With that note, thank you so much for, thank you, madam, for giving me this opportunity to just present a simple demonstration on how it works. So we would definitely be here from on the end of ATI to help out with whatever is possible with the application usage. Thank you, one and all.
ಮನು ನನಗಂದ್ರು ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನನ್ನದು ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. But how did it come, the content? It was there was so much content, ma'am. ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. That's what I prepared. Then I got that. Talk for Aparna. We spoke for 1 hour 10 minutes. Oh, there are so many things. But then this is technical content, ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನೋ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಾರದು. Technically how it works ಅಂತ is very good. ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್